Alright, you Lords of Mayhem, let's show you some crafting. This is a demonstration of some of the basic mechanics of crafting in Wolcen, and really in particular of how to attempt to make a decent weapon. I've got 4 weapons here that I've picked up and kept. The reason is because they've all got a top tier physical roll. You'll see there, that's a tier 12 physical on a two-hander. That is a tier 12, okay, it's frost, but we're going to muck around with that one anyway. Tier 12 again, that frost roll. Tier 12 physical, and a tier 12 physical. So that's the highest roll you can get. And to make a good weapon, what you actually need at the rare stage is that you need ideally two flat damage rolls, both of tier 12. Well, these only have one, but we're going to attempt to get a second roll on them. And then once you've done that, you can convert to legendary. So this is just the first stage. Now, let's take this one here. The problem is, as you can see, the affixes are full. We need to make space on it. So we could just, try and knock one of them off like this. But that's a 1 in... I mean, we need to get rid of the shock ailment damage. That's a prefix. And, that's a 1 in 4 shot. And we've got the same chance of knocking this, so that's not going to work. So what you do is that you want to influence it with gems. Now, the first thing you need to do is make sure it's got 3 sockets. So let's do that. As you can see, I've done it on the other 3 already, so I don't have to sit through this. There we go. Doesn't matter what the sockets are. Okay, so we need to protect physical. Now, okay, so it's just how shall I demonstrate this? So if you read this reagent, it says it'll consume all socketed gems to guarantee keeping an effect whose type is chosen randomly among the types of the gems on the item. So whatever gems you put in there, so if I put in one of all 3 of these, then it could potentially save something from any of those characteristics, but that's not an effective way. The way you want to do it is stack the thing you want to save. So we want to keep the physical damage. Nothing else on there is physical, so we've got a pretty good chance here of, in fact, I think we guarantee it. And you do that through this gem here, Copperstone. As you can see, it's got physical attack on it. So, first of all, to show you can't put 1. If I put 1 in, wrong place. If I put 1 gem in and try and knock it off, nothing changes here. This shows you if anything's been saved. Okay. You've actually, and I'll show you again, if you put 2, still makes no difference. Okay, that wasn't very smart. Okay, still doesn't make any difference. You've got to put 3. Okay. And now you can see it's protected. So we can use this abyssal tear or tear, and it'll knock one of those 3. So what we want to get rid of is the shock ailment damage. I mean, to be honest, we could probably get rid of the elemental ailment chance score as well. It's not too helpful. So let's go. No, we missed. We actually got the only one we'd want to keep, but unfortunate. So what we do is we go again. Okay, let's go. And we're actually going to go again after this as well, because we don't really care about the elemental ailment. Try and get something more useful. Okay, there we go. Right, step 2 is now we're going to go for a material damage weapon because those are the most useful, and we will go for toxic. Okay, so you can probably guess to do that, to influence. So if we just, okay, first of all, let's just show if I, actually no, first of all we need to sort out the suffixes. So what we're going to do is put transfer speed on. So if I'm remembering correctly, this should help us with that. Okay, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's have a look. What are the options? Okay, that's not great. That doesn't, so the problem is we've, just take that back. There might be a way of doing this. I'm just going to check. What we want to do is we don't want to get options of both suffixes and prefixes. But I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. No, that's not possible. Okay, so what we're going to do, is we're just going to attempt to get lucky. And this is not good odds, unfortunately. Okay, so let's have a look here. Of course, I put it in the wrong spot again. This interface is pretty irritating. Okay, options. Okay, so these are prefixes. I think that is a suffix, and that's that suffix, and these are prefixes. So look, odds are really bad. You know, these are the only ones we're interested in down here, and ideally only the top two tiers. Right, let's go for science. Okay, that is terrible. I mean, are we going to try and save it? Let's just try again. Just so I can... And normally I wouldn't do it on one of these weapons. It's not a great weapon, to be honest. Okay, let's get rid of that again. Right, back. Let's go for the toxic again. So you can see you can kind of force this at this point. That's, again, not good. So, yep, back to this. Okay, let's try again. Oops, wrong one. Okay, you know what? It's not a great roll, but at this point we are going to quit while we're ahead and see if we can add something else useful. So this one should... Okay, so that's perfect. So let's do that. Okay, and now the last one we're going to do is crit. I think this should do it. There we go, those are both good. Okay, so that is how you do it. Now that is not bad. I mean, we could end up with a pretty decent two-handed physical if we need to get toxic or rend from the dark market. But I mean, look, this is kind of a bad roll at 24%. You don't really want that. But it's the process that I wanted to demonstrate. We'll quickly do it with one of these because I mean, guns are far more in demand. So step one, we need to protect physical. So here we go. There we go, and a null. Right, protecting it, let's go. I think we are good. Um, I mean, let's just do this properly. Okay, so we're going to do it again because we do actually want to get rid of. We want to get rid of this elemental ailment. It's not great. Okay, nice. This one's going much better. And now we are ready to add. Well, we're going to tempt. So let's go rend on this one. So we're going for these two down here. Okay, that's acceptable. Again, we didn't hit the jackpot, but that is okay. Next step, we're going to add these. And this is so that we can get the transfer speed, which is always useful. And just to demonstrate that, it's locked into that one. Okay, so we've got a pretty decent gun ready to go. And are we doing one more? Why not? Right, same process. Okay, we want to get rid of the weakness. I might even keep, well, hang on, what have I done? Okay, we've got a problem here. So, and I'll tell you what the problem is. I'm just going to keep my gems. I think they're worth more than 30,000. Alright, this is unfortunate. The problem with this one, the problem with this one here is that material and physical share the same properties of material, well, of physical damage. Material ailment is from physical, so we can't actually protect it. So yeah, this is just YOLO time. Yeah, we couldn't even protect those two, so let's just see what happens. Huh. I wonder. I mean, I think we should be able to protect it now. Yep, there we go. Did it. Okay, so what we're doing here, toxic. Let's go. Gosh. Unfortunate. Toxic always seems unlucky. Here we go. Let's go. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. YOLO. Okay, let's go back to Rend. I think Rend is just... Today is all about Rend. Or not. Pretty tedious, huh? Back to toxic. Nope. So if you want to know why a 300 or 350 weapon costs so much, now you know. Let's go. Come on, one time. That's not good enough. Look, we'll get a 300 weapon, potentially, but it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. I mean, generally I don't do this. I just wait until I pick one up off the ground that's got the rolls. But, oops. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay, last attempt. I think you get the idea. Okay, let's go back to rend. I mean, if you wanted to make a specific weapon, you wouldn't be alternating. You'd just pick the one that you wanted. Come on, let's get top tier rend. 1 in what? 20? Oh my gosh. You're giving me taking the piss, mate. Right, yes, that is it. We are not going to try again. That is pretty decent. Let's just put the other stuff on. Right, next. I mean, you should actually be looking a little bit more carefully before you hit go during this stage. It's pretty difficult to get this far. You don't want to do a mistake, so look very carefully, check every time. Yep, let's go. Okay, pretty decent. I mean, that'll be a nice gun if we happen to do well at Dark Market. Okay.